I just want to talk about my personal experience during the pandemic, and I assume that many of you can probably relate to this. But, we're trapped inside. They they tell us that this disease has taken over the world, basically, and you have to stay inside and you have to wear a mask outdoors when you're taking a walk. At least in Los Angeles, that was the case. All the restaurants were closed down. All the bars were closed down. I wasn't able to work at the time. I was working at a bar, so that closed down. I had no job. I had nothing to do every day. I made a lot of social media videos during that time, and TikTok was on the rise, so that was fun to play on TikTok. But that's about all there was to do. And like I said, even if you wanted to go outside and do something in nature, it's like you had to wear a mask. I had a guy literally come up to me and cough in my face because I wasn't wearing a mask on a walk outdoors. That's Los Angeles for you. But anyway, so we're stuck inside with nothing to do. And alcohol makes boring things a lot more fun. I talk about this in a lot of my episodes. I talk about how in sobriety, I have learned what is actually fun and what was only fun because there was alcohol. And the pandemic, for example, there were probably some really boring times and confusing times and sad times and what are we supposed to do with our lives? And so you drink and it makes it all a lot more fun. During COVID was the first time that I drank in the morning. I remember the person I was with at the time introduced me to the hair of the dog to get over a hangover. And it was also kind of this mentality of like, why not? There's no rules. Society and all of its norms had been just broken down during COVID. Anything that you were used to or thought was normal was just not. Everything was turned upside down. And so what does it freaking matter if you have a drink at 9 a.m. versus 8 p.m.? It's all the same. It was such a weird time. We had no responsibilities. And for a while there, we thought that it was going to be like 2 weeks of lockdown. I think they announced that in the beginning, like 2 weeks of staying inside. This is a 2-week pandemic. Little do we know, it'd go on for like 3 years. But at the time, we thought it was 2 weeks. So we thought, why not live it up? This is such a weird time. I'll just drink in the morning. I'll drink all day. It was pretty fun, if I'm being honest. I even did a partnership with an alcohol brand back then, or it was an alcohol, distributor type of thing. It wasn't Bevmo or Total Wine & More, but it was kind of something like that, but online. And I did an ad for them, and it was literally about how there's nothing else to do in the lockdown than drink. And it was kind of a compilation of me like reading a book upside down and drinking a Coors Light. And then it was me in bed, like watching TV, having a glass of wine. And then it was a clip of me opening the fridge and grabbing a beer and like shaking a cocktail shaker. And it was just at each different time of the day, I was drinking these various drinks, and it was to promote the different alcohol that this company sells. Kind of crazy that I did an alcohol partnership back then, and I was really into alcohol. I did several alcohol partnerships because I thought, what's my passion in life? Booze. So I reached out to all these alcohol brands and alcohol companies, and I would work with them and make money. But anyway, so yeah, I made a video literally about how I'm just drinking so much in the pandemic. And it was like a lighthearted, funny, cute, relatable video. It actually did really well on TikTok. And everyone was like, oh my God, that's so funny. Me too, me too. And it was all funny and lighthearted until it wasn't. And yeah, my problem with alcohol started during the pandemic. It's when I was introduced to the fact that you could drink in the morning, you could drink all day, you could drink during stressful situations, you could drink during sad situations. It just introduced me to the problem that I would have. And that lighthearted, funny video about drinking all day kind of became my actual reality. And it turned from being a funny, lighthearted situation that we're all going through, ha ha ha, oh my God, we're all drinking so much, this is so funny, to like, whoa, we have a new type of pandemic on our hands, the alcohol pandemic. And it got to a pretty extreme point for a lot of people.